Hi, boys and girls. I told the class that I would show everybody the experiment with the vinegar. And if you haven't done this already, I just got off the Zoom meeting, so I'm going to dump this because this is our solution and I'll add it back. So all you need, according to our directions, and they're on that too, it says clean a penny, is white vinegar. And vinegar comes from things like apples and grapes and fermented juice. And so this is all natural, and you'll see there's pictures of vegetables because a lot of people like to make salad dressings using vinegar and adding spices and other ingredients. People use vinegar to dye Easter eggs. People use vinegar to clean with. It's a really good cleaning solution. So people cook with vinegar. People actually take vinegar, drink it. It's healthy for your body. So this is something you might find in your kitchen. And then you need salt. Okay? And so I have my salt container, and sometimes you'll see it like this, and it just says iodide salt, and that means they put a little vitamin in here. All right, so here's my salt. Now, it says a quarter cup, so here's a cup measure. So 4 quarters makes a whole dollar, 4 quarters, but 4 quarter cups makes a whole cup. So here's what a quarter cup looks like. It's 1/4. So if I fill this up 4 times, and each time I fill it, it's going to fill this up 1 cup. So it's a quarter cup measure. So I take my vinegar and I'm just going to uncap it. And it also tells you to have paper towels in case you spill a little bit. I'm just going to take it and put it right in front of my jar. And I'm going to move this down a little bit so you can see the jar. And so I'm going to fill this up with a quarter cup. So I'm going to fill it all the way up to the top. And I'm just going to very carefully pour it in. That's it. Quarter cup. You can clean a lot of pennies with that. And then it tells me that I need a teaspoon of salt. So a teaspoon, let me find out where I just did with my teaspoons. A teaspoon comes in small measurements, and boys and girls, I have this terrible feeling that I dropped them and Cooper took them. So I'm going to show you, here's my salt. And I'm really not sure where my teaspoon went. Did this with the class. So I've got 4 of these, so I'm going to fill this up 4 times. This is a quarter of a teaspoon. So 1, I want 1 whole 1, 2, 3, and 4. And actually, vinegar is an acid. It uses to clean things. So I'm going to take my vinegar, and it tells you when you're mixing this, you need to do it either in a glass bowl or a ceramic bowl or a plastic bowl, but don't do it in a metal bowl because it won't work. Okay, and so I'm now mixing that. So all this is, it's a little cloudy, all this is vinegar and salt. And then I went through my penny jar, and I'm looking for pennies that are really dirty. Here's a dirty penny. Look how brown that is compared to a newer penny that looks like this, right? It's so shiny. So what we're going to do is oxygen has started to wear on these old pennies, and so makes it turn brown. And so what we're doing is we're taking the copper oxide off of the penny. And so I'm going to put my 2 pennies in, and it doesn't take very long, and I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm going to shake it around, and I'm going to stir it around. And it, you don't have to put it in a jar, but I put it in a glass jar because it says no metal bowls. And then this way I have a lid on it, and then if I want to clean all my pennies, think how many pennies I could put in there. So let's kind of look at those pennies. Some of that brown and black is coming off the longer I let it sit. So the pennies that I did with the class moments ago, look how shiny they turned. They were once brown. And so I can see that the chemical reaction is working. My pennies are turning from a dark brown back to that shiny copper color. So I suggest and I recommend that you try to do that at home. I hope you have a good weekend. It's Javi's birthday tomorrow, Saturday, and this next week coming up, we're going to celebrate. Harper had her birthday in August, and we celebrate that right at the beginning of the year. But next month is June, and so we have Mrs. Sweet and Julian's birthday. We'll sing happy birthday. Hopefully Julian will be able to be on our Zoom meeting. And then on Thursday, our last Zoom meeting, we have Callie and Joseph's, whose birthday is in July. So I'm going to have you guys be making birthday pictures for them. Have a great weekend, boys and girls, and see you soon, Mrs. Sweet.